Welcome back to Shum's Universe. So today, guys, we're going to go over number compatibility, how it really works. So the thing is, I want to talk about this in a couple of different ways today so you guys understand completely like what I mean by number compatibility. So you want to know how numbers interact with each other, but you also want to know how you interact with other people and why certain people your polarity will just pull to them, and then why with other people it'll just be completely off. There's actually a reasoning behind it. So even if you share a life path with a person, it doesn't mean that you're necessarily going to get along with them completely. What it means is that you guys' life paths are the same, but you can have other inherent traits that make you guys still be very opposing to one another. And how you identify that is very simple. You have to look at somebody's birth number next. If you can see that your birth numbers, I mean, you looked at my friendly number videos and my enemy number videos, you see that you guys are friendly numbers through birth and then friendly numbers through life path, then you're actually good to go. But if you only see like friendly energy through life path or just friendly energy through the birth, but the life paths are different, that can still lead to a lot of polarity as well, like bad polarity, friction. So what you want to see is more of a cohesion between your birth numbers and your life path numbers. This is more effective when someone is in a relationship, like an intimate relation. You'll find that like this stuff matters more. If you're just working with somebody, like in a working compatibility, I'd worry more about the birth number because it's your mindsets, right? So if you have two people around each other, that's like, let's say, somebody born the 10th and somebody born the 12th, they'll get along just fine. Like they have numbers that get along perfectly. Even if their life paths are in opposition, it doesn't matter. Like they only see each other a few hours out of the day, or even if it's the whole 8 hours, but they leave it at work. If they're going to extend, become friends and start doing things outside of work and start trying to start businesses, that's where it gets different. So if you're somebody who, let's say you want to start a business with somebody, not to make it sound weird, but you might as well look into them the same way you look at like a potential wife or a husband, because that's your partner, right? That's somebody that you're going to interact with, and your karma, all this stuff is going to start coexisting together. So if you're doing a setting like that, especially if you're around the person in person, if it's a digital business, even that could be a bit different. But if you're around the person every day, like I trade, like I'm around certain people every day when I'm trading. So if you're around that said person, you should make sure that your numbers actually get along. If your numbers are in opposition to one another, that can cause friction, just overall bad luck for the said business. This happens a lot. I think one of the prime examples of bad luck, but then still having success, is the Clinton couple. I want you guys to Google it for yourself. It's the dichotomy of the 1 and 8. This proves my point about 1 and 8 being enemies. I believe Hillary Clinton was the 8, whereas Bill Clinton was the 1 in the situation. And he obviously suffered a bunch. He's corrupt. I'm not going to discuss politicians and all this stuff. I don't believe in any of them. But yeah. It just still shows the example of Bill Clinton having to suffer, whereas Hillary Clinton did okay. She still got a bit of corruption herself. But overall, they didn't reach their full potential in their career the way they wanted. They want Hillary Clinton to be president. They want Bill Clinton to have a clean presidency with no propaganda or no, I guess, bad publicity surrounding him. Let's put it like that. But if you look into what I'm talking about, you guys will see. I'm not going to go into it just because censored, YouTube, blah, blah. But you'll see what I'm talking about for sure. So that's the thing, is you have to look at the nature of your said relationship with a person to see how much your stuff is going to matter. Like, do I need to look at my birth and life path relation between us, or can I just look at my birth number? So to put it to you quite simple, your birth number will matter more if it's just like a somebody you see at work, somebody that maybe is just a friend, but they're not like somebody you're going to see that much. Like you see them once a month or once every couple months, acquaintance-wise. That's fine. If you're with somebody a lot and you're going to involve money, you're going to involve your livelihood, then you need to start taking the numerology more serious than you look at your birth and life path. What I'm doing in this video is preventing you guys from even coming to me, DMing me for an Ask Me Anything $17 question, or even hitting me up for a reading at all. So like if you were able to know, like to understand what I'm saying here, look at my other prior videos about what numbers are enemies, what numbers are friends. You can do this for yourself. You do not need me in any way. So if you look at now somebody's life path, birth number, they get along perfectly. Like, I mean, they're both very good with you and your chart. Then it's just fine. You can marry that said person. You can do business with that said person. You can be best friends with that said person. You can trust that said person a lot more. But overall, that said person will give you a lot of luck. They'll give you a whole great deal of luck because you're around cohesive energy that actually amplifies or complements one another. In the sense of using enemy energy, I think it can work, but it doesn't work with longevity. Meaning I've had friends, for instance, like I'm an 8, but I've had friends that are life path 1s, but like, it's like there's always some sort of hidden competition happening. And it's like a weird thing. Even though we make very good friends, we sharpen each other's blade a lot, each other's sword. For some reason, there's always some sort of like hidden animosity that goes into it. And I don't think either of us are consciously doing. I think it just happens like that. So that's the thing. You should always go for numbers that are more so in your group, your trine, and you'll find that you'll have a lot more luck in that sense for sure. In respects to now, I want to discuss something else for the second half of this video. You should be able to look at now your birth and life path number to understand something too, and your name number, your expression. If you have a triangle of cohesive numbers, you're going to have very, very good luck. Meaning if your name number is compatible with your birth number and compatible with your life path, and your birth number same thing and life path same thing, they're all compatible with the other two, then you have a very, very good chart, which in turn leads to easier time in career. You will easily make money. You'll easily just get ahead in life. You'll find that you make friends easy. You get promotions easy. You get married easy. You have good kids. So this stuff matters a lot. So what I'd say is like you have to look at your own self-development first. So like when I look at myself, I see number 7 with number 8 with a number 5. So I'm like, life's going to be a bit rough for me because 5 is okay with everything if 5 is compatible. But the 7 and 8 don't necessarily get along. The 7 is very spiritual. The 8 is very material. There you have it. So, and then the 5 is kind of material more so as well. So it's not the best chart for getting along. No matter what, the 5 is my best bet there. But regardless, I'm never going to have like the best luck of some people. Whereas some people will have a chart that's like birth number 7, life path 7, birth number, or sorry, no, expression number, 11. 7-11, look at the business name, best friends. So that person's going to have extremely good luck. A prime example of somebody with that kind of good luck, which they've had a unprecedented, we don't know much about their life, but it seems like they've had a lot of successes. The villain of the world right now, Vladimir Putin. 7, then we look at Chaldean numerology, name number 1, 46/1. I discussed this in a prior video as well recently. So that shows somebody with a perfect triangle of compatibility, which in turn means they're going to have extremely good luck throughout their entirety of their life. They're always going to, it seems like they're always going to be winning. They come out on top in the end. So that's a very good set of numbers to have. So even if you have like a life path number like 7 or 8 or 4, where people are like, oh, those are like hard numbers to have, if you have a compatible birth and expression number with it, you're completely fine. Like you'll be very, very successful with those set of numbers. But if you don't, then obviously your life path 4, 8, or 7 will be very, very rough, right? Because those are inimical life paths to have. So that's the whole thing, guys, is that you need to know that your triangle, your expression number, your birth number, and your life path are compatible, and you'll have extremely good luck. And you can't do much to change it either, because your expression number is from birth. Even when you change your name, get married, all this stuff, that's just your essence, your energy. So you just have to know what settings you're on. If you have a complete karmic blessing this time where things are just supposed to go easy for you, or if maybe you just have lessons to learn or your life is supposed to be hard because that's what the creator of the universe wants. It wants you to have challenges so that you overcome them and you do well. Last thing before I leave is that most people that are successful have very incompatible charts. So like they'll have charts that are very, very like their birth, like life path and expression are all in opposition. And you'll see through their story, it's very interesting. Like they had a lot of deaths in the family. They went through a lot of atrocities and they made through and there are heroes, right? So that's the thing is you have to look at yourself like that. Like you can't just say, oh, my numbers are bad, so I'm meant for a bad life. It's fatalistic. You have to say, this is how it's going to work this time. It's going to be hard, but I'm going to overcome it regardless because all energy can be channeled in a positive way. Even if they're incompatible energies, you can still channel it and make it work. That's just simply how it works. What I'm saying is just make sure that when you're going with another person, when it comes to like marriage or a business partnership, at least make sure your birth and life path numbers are compatible so that you'll have an easier time, right? So that's all it is to it, guys. That does finalize the video for today. It's just about number compatibility and how to use it in real life. If you have any questions for me, obviously just leave in the comments section. Aside from that, like, subscribe. Holla at me, guys. That's it for today. Peace.